Welcome back to Grace and Grief. If you're new to this channel, welcome, and if you have been here before, welcome back. I'm LaSandra. We have some new subscribers, so I just want to tell you guys thank you for subscribing. It means so much to me. Your support, everyone's continued support blesses my soul. Deep down, blesses me. It helps me keep going. It helps me continue to do this work that I feel like God has called me to do. It's not easy. Even creating these YouTube videos, my friends are trying to help me figure out how to hurry up and edit them better and not be miss perfection when I'm doing it. So I just want to thank you for your support. It means a lot. Today's video is about the holiday blues, how to navigate the holiday blues, and around this idea that you're not alone. A lot of times when we talk about grief, we think about a person who is grieving or experiencing pain because someone has died. That is certainly grief. But we grieve so many things. We grieve after divorce. We grieve lost opportunities. Sometimes we grieve mistakes we've made. We grieve betrayal trauma, like if someone we loved or trusted betrays us. We grieve after the loss of health. We can grieve after the loss of income or a job. And so there's so many things that we grieve in this life. All of the Grace and Grief content can be applied to any situation in which you're experiencing grief or in which you've experienced some kind of loss. And so during the holidays especially, so many people struggle and are triggered because although it's a time that is about love and family and togetherness and hope and giving, if you have lost someone who was really dear to you, or lost something that was dear to you, or something that was very central to your well-being, it is hard to feel good around the holidays. A lot of times it just magnifies what you're lacking. There's a lot of triggers because maybe what used to be is no longer there. And so people just struggle. And a lot of times people struggle for years to have a love for the holidays restored, or the ability to really celebrate the holidays be restored in their lives. So I wanted to just speak to that issue, share some of my personal experiences, and offer some support for those of you that may be feeling that way this year. The first thing I want to say is just that you're not alone. In that first year after I lost my husband, someone said that to me, that I reached out to online. They just said, "You're not alone." And it meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to me to know that there were other people who felt how I felt. Maybe they were grieving in a different way, or maybe they were grieving a different loss, but it just helped me to know that I was not alone in my emotions and in my feeling of sadness, or in my feeling of feeling stripped of what was normal and what brought me comfort. And so I just want to let you know, you're not alone. If you are not excited about Thanksgiving, if you're not excited about Christmas, if you're not excited about the new year, you're not alone. You're not walking this out alone. You're not the only one who has to put forth extra effort to enjoy this, or to smile, or to go Christmas shopping. There are so many of us, especially in the aftermath of all the losses that we've experienced during COVID-19. We are in collective grief. There are so many people who are going to be probably feeling a level of sadness during the holidays, because this will be the first year that they've experienced these holidays without someone that's really important to them. And there are people that are going to be experiencing these holidays who have lost employment, who may feel an extra layer of sadness and may not have been able to afford the things that maybe they used to before they lost their job. You don't have to feel isolated. You can reach out to family, you can reach out to friends, you can reach out to other people that get it. You can sign up for a grief share support group at griefshare.org. You can connect with communities like Grace and Grief, where people are talking openly about loss. People are talking openly about how to navigate after loss or disappointment. Just know that you're not alone. Find comfort in the fact that you are in a community of people that are mourning. Secondly, what I have found helpful is having a plan. Two things you want to plan when you are dealing with the holiday blues or trying to navigate the holidays after loss is, number one, who do you want to spend the holidays with, if anyone? And number two, what do you want to do? It's important to decide that before you get in the situation, because you never know how you're going to feel. So it can be helpful just to have some key people around that you know are supportive, that you know that they get it. Or like in my case, if you have children and you know that it may be a hard day for you, it was helpful for me to have my family and my friends around, because if I had a moment where I was triggered and I wanted to go up into my room to cry or to just take a break because I felt exhausted, I had other people here with the kids, and they could keep the party going, or they could help put batteries in toys, or they could help put something together. So it helps to just have some key people around and decide beforehand what you want to do. You don't have to do the same traditions that you're used to doing. You can do something brand new, or you can keep those traditions going. Some of the traditions that we had before my husband passed away, we kept going, and we would light a candle in the room to represent him. And then there were other things that we did that when he was here that we stopped doing. So it depends on how you feel about it, and it depends on, you know, how you think that those traditions may make you feel. But it's important to try to decide what you want to do, where you want to be, and who you want to be with before the day comes. The next thing is, it's important to remember that there is no one right way to grieve. I did all kind of stuff that I feel like I have never heard anybody say they did after loss. And a lot of it had to do with the dynamic that I had with my late husband. And if you know him, you know he was really, really funny. He liked to joke, he liked to laugh. And our whole relationship was really founded upon humor. And he had a knack for being funny at the most inappropriate times. He had a knack for making us laugh at times where you really probably shouldn't be laughing, which made it even funnier. He had a knack for being able to say exactly what everyone else was thinking in the room, but was too afraid to say. And so when he passed away, even the day before his funeral, there was a video on YouTube from the show Martin, where Martin Lawrence was playing Mama Payne. And I guess she's at Martin and Gina was supposed to be their wedding, and she gets a letter that they have left town. And Mama Payne throws a whole fit, and she's running back and forth through the church. She runs up on the pulpit, she runs to the back, she throws herself up against the wall. She, you know, is biting the pews and spitting them out. She gets on the organ and starts singing This Little Light of Mine. Like, it was so crazy. She's having just a whole meltdown, but in the most ridiculous manner. So I found this clip, and the night before my late husband's funeral, I texted to everybody, and I thought it was so funny. And I was saying, I'm going to act just like this tomorrow at the funeral. They didn't know what to do with me. They did not know what to do with me. And it was like, I felt like if Kenneth was here, he would think this was so funny with me. And this is the kind of thing we both would laugh at. But because he wasn't there, I think my friends were just like, are you serious? Are you okay? Like, what are you talking about? But I had to do what I had to do. You know, I had navigated through my life with him laughing in the ups and in the downs. And so when he passed away, I had to laugh in the downs in order to feel like myself and in order to navigate through that moment. And so I applied the same thing to the holidays. The first Thanksgiving without him, I decided to go to my aunt and uncle's house because it was easier for me to let them cook and to kind of be around for the children to be surrounded by family. But the second year, I decided to cook all the things that my husband and I used to cook. And I brought this because I want to show you just how much crazy stuff I did. because I want to free you. I want to free you, and I want you to feel liberated to grieve how you need to grieve. No one else has to understand it. No one else has to get it. Nobody else has to approve it. Do what you need to do to get through this time, right? So I took this poster, which is from the funeral, y'all. I kept it. And my crazy self propped this thing up in the living room on Thanksgiving Day, while I had to cook, because I wanted to be able to step out of the kitchen, look at him, feel like he was with me, because we used to cook Thanksgiving together. That was our thing. I thought it was funny. I was laughing at myself, but it also made me feel comforted. So I was telling him things like, honey, I don't know how these sweet potatoes are gonna come out, because you know how my mama doesn't like to come up off their recipe. And I was just saying all kind of stuff to him, and I was tickled. I was tickled at the whole situation. If someone had come over, and actually I think my friends did come over. I think a couple of my friends came over and saw it, and I think I told them, like, don't mind that poster, don't mind that poster. Because I didn't even want to have to explain that I was talking to the poster. Look, do what you need to do, okay? Let this liberation, do what you need to do to navigate the holiday blues. If you got to talk to a picture of somebody that's no longer there, talk to it, okay? If you have to play some music that puts you in the right spirit or mood, play what you need to play. If you need to go for a run, if you need to donate money to a charitable organization, if you need to watch a certain movie, if you need to tell a certain story, whatever you need to do, whatever will brighten your day, whatever will produce even just a spirit of gratitude or humor or love or comfort, do it, okay? If you need to be mad, there was one holiday that ended in me throwing something across the room. It didn't break, but it sure enough got thrown. I had to throw stuff. Whatever you have to do, just do it. Do it. And that is how you grieve. Anything I've learned is that you have to grieve authentically. Healthy grief is when you be yourself in it, and you are authentic, and you are you. I hope that this video blessed you guys. I hope that you got some practical ideas, but then also some comfort, maybe a good laugh at me. That's okay too. And I hope that you can just take from this information, and if nothing else, draw from it, draw some strength from it, draw some ideas from it. The holidays can be very challenging, but it is possible to still enjoy it, even if you don't feel that you're enjoying the totality of the day. There is still possible to have moments and bits and pieces of it that you enjoy, and maybe there's moments where you feel sad, and that's okay. That's why I call it grace and grief. Your joy and your sorrow can coexist. You can have moments of the day where you feel good and where you feel comforted and where you feel joy. You can have other moments of the day right behind that where you feel sad and where you feel some level of pain. And so I pray that this video blesses you. Share it with someone who you know can benefit from it. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.